We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
It's a far cry from the start of their relationship. In his new memoir titled Will, out Tuesday, he writes, quote, "We drank every day and had sex multiple times every day for 4 straight months. There were only 2 possibilities. I was going to satisfy this woman sexually, or I was going to die trying."
Those early days were spectacular. It ended up being a lot more complex than that,
Oh, wow. Wow.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
A statement announcing his resignation, Smith wrote in part, "The list of those I have hurt is long and includes Chris, his family, many of my dear friends and loved ones, all those in attendance and global audiences at home. I betrayed the trust of the Academy."
Well, the Academy has responded, just sent out this statement. It says, "We have received and accepted Mr. Will Smith's immediate resignation from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. We will continue to move forward with our disciplinary proceedings against Mr. Smith for violations of the Academy's standards of conduct in advance of our next scheduled board meeting, April 18th.
How being reactive and beta can cost you everything. It can cost you your career. It can cost you your wife. It can cost you friendships. It can cost you relationships with colleagues that you network with, that can take you to the next level in your career. It can cost you your life in many cases, right? Like guys who just take it so far that they finally just put a rope around their necks and they hang themselves, right? It can cost you everything. And as we've seen with the Will Smith and Chris Rock incident at the Oscars, it has literally cost him everything. Okay, does this mean that Will Smith is going to go broke? No. Will he lose a lot of money over this? Absolutely. Yes, he will. Okay, especially if Jada now decides to divorce him because she doesn't want to deal with the heat that he is going to be encountering over the next several years. She doesn't want to deal with that toxicity and basically backlash that Will's going to be dealing with over the next several years because of this incident that can directly affect her own career, her own ability to get roles, her own ability to make money. So she might not want to be part of this, and she may divorce him. And if she divorces Will, because he's the breadwinner, I don't think there's a prenup in that marriage, guys. So what does that mean if she divorces Will? It means she can take him for the house, cars, money, some insane alimony support, financial support. I mean, this happened to Johnny Carson back in the day, right? I remember Eddie Murphy did a skit on this where he was reading the Inquirer, Johnny's all smiling, then he turns the page and Johnny's like, because he lost his money in like 100-something million in a divorce. And so, this could essentially happen to Will if Jada decides to divorce him at some point, especially after this event. She might be like, hey, enough is enough. I've had it. I've tried. I've had it. You've seen me on TV. I tried. I've had it. She'll play victim, as narcs do. And if she divorces him, then she will get essentially half of his fortune, which is a whole lot of money, right? Especially now that he's probably not going to be getting these big movie roles for a long, long time. All right? It's going to take a lot for him to get back, just for this dumb incident that happened like that. He is going to really have to go back to ground zero and start working on his, on himself and his career all over again, as if he was a poor man, as if he was like some struggling Hollywood actor. He might have to work with some independent filmmakers. He might have to do these low budget movies. He might have to do some YouTube series. I don't know. Maybe even YouTube won't touch him, right? But essentially he's not going to be bringing in the income that he once did. Okay? If Jay decides to divorce him, he's not going to be getting these movie roles. So he's going to essentially have to dip into his savings and live off of that, which I'm sure he has a lot of money, right? He's going to have to live off that or produce his own movies, right? And I think he does have a production company of his own, but what actors with a name who are going to want to work with a guy who just went on stage and like smack the host, right? He's going to have to get some independent actors or some no names to work with him that aren't going to be as professional, or they're not going to be as good. They might not be able to cry on cue. You know, he's going to have to work with them. But I mean, those movies aren't really going to bring in a whole lot of money. Not the type of movies he's doing for these big budget studios like a Paramount or a Universal or a Warner Brothers. You're not going to get that kind of money. I mean, at least not for a long time, you know, and that's if they want to take a chance on you at all in the future. They might just be done with you. I mean, because actors are a dime a dozen, right? They'll just get somebody else. So they'll discover somebody else in your history. But this is what I mean, guys. This is how being beta and reactive can cost you everything. And it's not just Will Smith, because you might find yourself in these situations where your emotions get the best of you. And as they say, you know, when emotions are running high, common sense is at an all-time low. Right? You get in these situations, whether it's like a road rage or you're at, you know, at a venue or some club and some guy like shoulder checks you by accident or maybe on purpose. You're like, whoa, what? And then you want to go out and fight. Go outside, you fight, you crack him once in the face, and then he goes and falls oddly onto the sidewalk and then hits his head on a curb and dies. Now you're going to prison. Okay? No excuses. They'll be like, so? Yeah, I was just defending myself. I was defending my woman's honor. Nope, you're going to prison. So that's why I say, you know, and I've taught you guys this lesson on my channel repeatedly, why being icy and non-reactive is a skill that every man out there needs to learn. And in order to learn the skill, you need to be in your masculine frame. Not your feminine frame, but your masculine frame. Okay? You need to have that masculine polarity, because that's what will allow you to stay calm, icy, and non-reactive in these situations. When the crap is going down, you're going to be the calmest dude in the room. You're going to be the coolest dude in the room. And at the end of the day, you will be the most respected dude because you kept your cool. That's why they have that saying, keep your cool. Remember Fonzie? You guys from my generation, Happy Days? Did you ever see him throw a punch or actually hit somebody? No, as far as I know, right? I think I watched most of the episodes. Never fought. He avoided punches, got into fights, but he avoided the punches, let the guy like hit himself into a wall or whatever else, because that was his character. I am Fonzie. I'm cool. I don't react. Doesn't mean that you could step on him, because a lot of times you cross the line like Richie did every now and then, like, hey, bucko. And he's like, whoa, hey. You know, he would check it. However, he kept his cool. Okay, kept his cool. I haven't seen a character like that on television since. Right? And obviously for nefarious reasons from Hollywood, right? They want men to act more like women. They don't want you to be cool. They want you to be reactive. They want you to do stuff like this, believe it or not. Right? They want you to get yourself in trouble as a man, because they want to be able to use that and be like, oh, look at all this toxic masculinity out there. See, men can't control themselves. No. Whereas on my channel, I teach you how to be that cool, icy, non-reactive dude. You know, and I've been in a lot of these tense situations for a long time, right? I remember when I first started doing game and clubs and venues in San Francisco. I mean, luckily it didn't happen too often, but there were incidents that clearly stuck out in my mind where I could have handled it differently, and I didn't, and I got arrested, and I went downtown, and I spent the night in jail. I mean, it's like, these things did not have to happen. Then I had to go through the process, and I had to pay like fees, and it was embarrassing, and I didn't have the money for that back then, and I kept doing it, and then until I finally realized, like, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore, right? You learn to just keep your cool, and really it took becoming more more in control of my emotional state, right? My mental state. Because when you're flying off the handle and you're just reacting to somebody, you're not in control of yourself. They are in control of you, right? They are controlling you. Just like Jada was controlling Will in that moment. Because he was laughing, right? He was like, ha ha ha. And then she was like, he was like, robot mode, attack dog mode, and then went to go smack him. So you never want to act out of somebody else's frame. You always want to act out of yours, right? Big pickup lesson I teach guys, act through your own intentions. Always act through your own intentions. Never the girl, much less anybody else, right? And this is how I could walk in a venue and it's loud, it's crazy, there might be fights breaking out on the other side of the venue, whatever. I just walk in there just completely just focused on what I'm there to do. I do my job, I'll do the boot camp, and then I go home. Now it's just like, right? I mean, if somebody like bumps into me, I'm not like, whoa, hey, did you say sorry? You didn't say sorry. Hey, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just there to do my thing and leave. Whereas before I would react to things like that, right? Because I wasn't in abundance as a man yet. I hadn't achieved my masculine frame yet, so to speak, right? I was still very immature. I was in a lot of scarcity, especially financially. And even with women, even though I was doing good at pickup, I didn't realize, I didn't remind myself who I was, right? Instead, I was like placating to the girl because I was like, oh, she smells good, she's pretty, and I don't know if I'll be able to get another one, even though I was doing it constantly. I was like, I forgot who I was, right? I wouldn't remind myself who I was, or I wasn't reminded of it until like we would break up. And I'm like, hey, I'm that guy, screw her. Whereas that's Will's problem, right? And I've said this in previous coaching videos about Will, is he's forgotten who he is. He needs to remind himself who he is. And I guarantee if that dude ever wakes up from this nightmare that he's in, that he's put himself in, he'll wake up, he'll be so resentful of Jada, like, oh, I can't believe she did this to me. He'll really be kicking himself for life, right? But fortunately, I was able to realize, like, hey, these girls are lucky to be with me. I'm the man, and I'm gonna keep living through my own intentions and not the woman's. And then once that happened, like everything just like reversed, and it's like life has been grand ever since. Yeah, it's like I could still appreciate women. I can still enjoy my company with them. I'm seeing a girl right now, and for a while now, and it's like a completely different the relationships I've had now as an older man have been completely different than the ones I had when I was a younger man. And that I see guys like Will having, where it's like they're out of control. The woman's got them by the balls. They're just massively reactive, and they're not in control of themselves. That is a dangerous dude, man. That is a dangerous dude, because that's a dude who doesn't have anything to lose. And whenever you're around a dude who has nothing to lose, run the other way, man. You don't need to prove your manhood. Run the other way. Okay, because that dude is unhinged, and you don't know what that dude is capable of. And I believe we'll see more from Will Smith in the future, because until he fixes himself, you're going to continue to see more acting out, right? The fact that if he gets blacklisted from Hollywood, if he's not able to get movie roles, this guy is just going to become more and more, he's just going to lose it more and more mentally, right? And you're going to see him act out, because that's the only way he knows how to handle himself now. Like, act out, right? He doesn't know how to stay calm and cool and keep his composure, right? As Chris Rock did. Chris Rock's a man. He's like, whoosh, took that hit, didn't go down, just got back up. Yeah, he was a little frazzled, right? He was a little frazzled because he's standing in front of all of his peers, all of Hollywood, and he just got smacked. However, he took like a quick deep breath, and then he composed himself, and he was like, wow, that was the greatest moment in television history, right? Just came back on, right? He was still a little shaken up. He was shaken up because he couldn't believe his friend would do this to him. However, he pulled it together, and he didn't go down, right? He didn't go down. He stood his ground. That's pretty boss himself. So, but Will's career, as of now, is done, right? His relationship with Jada, do you think she respects him more now? No, she respects him less. And he's losing everything. He's lost the respect of his friends, his colleagues, his peers, his family, right? Even his family, right? Some of his kids, like his kids spoke out, like he wanted to be emancipated when he was a teenager. He didn't want them as parents anymore. I mean, that hurts. That tells you that you suck as a parent, you know, and now his wife, right? This is the result of being beta and reactive. And you just can't live by external sources. You cannot let external sources or people outside of you control you, right? The only one who should be in control of you is you. And when Will acted out and ran up on stage, that wasn't him acting through his own intentions. It was acting through his wife's intentions. All right, but I hope you guys learn from this lesson, because it's a big, major lesson that I teach here on my Alpha Male Secrets channel, which is why I continue to bring it up. Right? This is a vital lesson that if you don't learn it, it could cost you everything. Okay? Keep your cool, guys. Stay calm, stay icy, and stay non-reactive. Until next time, drop the comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Let me know if there were situations in the past or even recently where you felt like you wanted to react and you didn't, or maybe you did, right? Maybe you forgot this lesson that Matt Cross taught you. Drop the comments below, or times you feel like you get tempted. Say you're in the car, some dude cuts you off, doesn't signal, just being a jackass. You feel like, oh, I gotta punish this guy, right? Let me know in the comments below. I'd rather have you take your rage out in my comments than out in the real world. So drop them below and share with the tribe. And there are other guys here who've been on my channel a long time, and maybe even guys I've coached in the past that can help you out, that are happy to answer your comments below, if not me personally, right? So drop your comments below. I always love to see you guys in my comments. I always love to read them. So drop those comments below. So as always, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you're subscribed to my Alpha Male Secrets channel as well. Okay, so hit that subscribe button now. Too many of you guys are still not subscribed to Alpha Male Secrets, and you need to be, right? Help me out. Subscribe. You're going to get my videos fresh, and you know, we make it happen every week. So make sure you're subscribed to the Alpha Male Secrets channel. You're going to learn a ton, especially about self-development, being alpha, not being beta, how to carry yourself, how to be non-reactive, how to be icy. I'm going to teach you all this stuff here on my channel, Alpha Male Secrets. All right, so subscribe. And for you guys who want to support my work and everything I'm doing here, everything I'm teaching you guys, the best way to do that is to become a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I'm hosting on a private platform. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets content from me. So take advantage of it. Okay, it's really easy to get signed up. It's the best way to support my work. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds. So do that now. And I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.